I think it's safe to say that the majority of us are on a budget when it comes to home decor, but we don't want it to look like we're on a budget when it comes to home decor. Am I right? Well, today I'm going to be sharing some free and cheap home decor ideas. We are going to be doing some decor upgrades. We're going to be doing party ideas, and I'm going to give you some interior design hacks. So I know you're going to get a lot of inspiration today. Well, we are going to start off with a pillow cover that I purchased from the Amazon haul website. Now I have to say, I am not being sponsored by Amazon. I'm just trying to find you guys some affordable ways to get some home decor. And this pillow covering was so affordable. This pillow cover has light green birds and pink flowers that look very familiar. It coordinates so fantastically with our wallpaper, and that is why I chose it in the first place. Now you guys, this 12 by 20 pillow covering was only $2.99. $2.99. What a deal. Along with this pillow covering, I also purchased some lace trim. This embroidered lace trim is gorgeous. It has pearls on it. It's got some intricately designed flowers that are 3D. This lace is stunning. And a yard of this lace was only $3.39. Again, such a great deal. And by combining them, which is what we're going to do, it's going to make our pillow covering look like $1,000,000. So the first thing we need to do is cut our lace. We're going to do it into individual appliques. It's so much more affordable to get appliques this way. You can create the size and shape you want. Plus, it's a lot more affordable because you're buying a singular yard and then cutting it into smaller pieces. So when you're looking for lace trim, try and purchase one that has distinct areas that you can cut out. We've already cut out one individual applique, and you can see that I'm using my fabric scissors, and I laid the lace out flat on a clean, dry surface. Make sure that the lace is not stretched or twisted so you can see the embroidered pattern clearly. I'm cutting mine out in a variety of different sizes. I've got 3 of the large ones, and then I'm going to be cutting out some smaller ones as well. I made sure that I carefully cut the small connecting threads or gaps between them. If you need some extra help, you can always mark it out with a pencil or a pin, which can help you get a clear, defined line of where you need to cut. I love using my fabric scissors because they're so sharp and they will help to avoid fraying. So I'm just snipping through the connecting threads and gaps between each of my motifs. I went slowly to keep the edges clean and preserve the design. After cutting, I checked each piece for stray threads, and then I trimmed them off for a polished look. As you can see, I've cut out several of these individual pieces of lace. Look at everything I still have left over. So I've got a ton of lace that I can use in another project later on. So what I'm going to do with my individual pieces is I'm going to lay them on top of my pillow covering. This way I can make sure that they're in the exact same spot. I spread them out fairly equidistant from each other. And the next thing that we need is some fabric glue. I love using fabric glue. It's so much faster than sewing it on, but you can, of course, sew these lace appliques onto your pillow covering. I purchased this fabric glue on Amazon, and what I did was I just added a dab to the back of the lace and then pressed it to the pillow covering. This part went incredibly fast because I had already arranged where I wanted these floral lace pieces to be. So I just continued to add the fabric glue to the back of the floral pieces and then press it to the pillow covering. Once all of my lace flowers had been glued to my pillow covering, I let the glue dry overnight. Now I can take my pillow insert and place it right inside of my pillow covering. And just like that, we are finished transforming our very affordable pillow covering. You guys, look at how fantastically this matches the wallpaper in here. It is a perfect match. And because it is such a great match, it's going to stay in this room. I'm going to place it smack dab in the center of my couch. That way I have this beautiful design on both sides of the room. And wasn't this an easy DIY? Anyone at any level could do this project. and it was so affordable too. Let's go back and remember that this was $2.99. The lace was $3.99, and we hardly used any of it. So I would say that just came down to a couple of cents. And the only other money that you'd have to spend is a pillow insert if you didn't have one. I already have one, so this cost me just a few dollars to create. You guys know that I love swapping out my pillows for the different seasons and holidays, and I can do it so affordably. I'm going to show you a couple of ways that I've done it in the past. This pillow covering is from IKEA, and what I did was I just got some iron-on vinyl and I added that to this pillow covering, and then once again I got some little lace appliques that I cut from a larger strip of lace. And then these are actually sewn on. I didn't even use fabric glue on this one. So here's one way that you could get an affordable fall pillow covering. Here's another one. Do you guys remember when we duped this pillow covering? I purchased this pillow covering from Hobby Lobby. The fabric was also from Hobby Lobby, and then I got some heat and bond. I added it to the back of the fabric and then just fused it to this pillow covering. And it looks so high-end and expensive. And then the most recent one we did was just a couple of weeks ago. This one was also a dupe. And what I did was I once again got some iron-on vinyl. I added it to the pillow covering, and then I put some lace on here. And I adhered the lace to the pillow covering with fabric glue. This pillow covering was from the Amazon haul website. So I've gotten pillow coverings from online, Hobby Lobby, IKEA, and every single one of them was under $5. So you can definitely swap out your pillows. They are so versatile. Changing out your pillows seasonally or to match trends can update your space without a big commitment, because sometimes we don't want to commit to a trend, but we can spend a couple of dollars to buy into a trend occasionally. Pillows can also make a big impact in a space, especially if you're going to get large pillows. I have a whole bunch of pillows on my bed, and it makes my bed feel luxurious. And I love being able to mix and match colors and designs. You can see that these two pillows would go together beautifully because they're in that same color tone, but because they have different patterns, it will give your space a one-of-a-kind and unique look, which in turn makes it look and feel more expensive. So if you're looking for a way to upgrade your home affordably, try out some pillows just like this. I know you will love the outcome. Another place to find affordable yet unique and one-of-a-kind pieces is the clearance aisle. I'm not even embarrassed by shopping in the clearance aisle anymore. I'll get to a store and I will find the clearance aisle and I will start rummaging through their shelves because I know I'm going to be able to find a treasure. Well, I found a treasure the other day in the clearance aisle at Home Goods. This gorgeous, stunning marble decorative dish was on one of the shelves. It's real marble, so it's very heavy. And in order to find a high-end marble decorative piece, it's typically very expensive. But because I found this in the clearance aisle, it had been marked down to only $8.50. Is this marble piece perfect? No, it is not. It's not my favorite colored stain, and I don't like that you can see the different segments, how they're kind of glued together, and there is a little bit of gapping where the marble meets the wood. But that is going to be an easy fix. So what I'm gonna need is some blue painter's tape. What I did was I taped off the marble because we want to protect it so it does not get discolored. We are going to be changing the wood base from a variable contrast stain to a classic gold leaf. And we are going to be using some gold leaf rub and buff. I actually really love this color of rub and buff. It's not too gold. It's got a little antique feel to it. So we're gonna need the rub and buff, and we're also going to need a paper towel. I added a dab of the rub and buff to the paper towel, and then I wiped it onto the wood base. The rub and buff glided on smoothly, and the wood soaked it up. I am loving the way that this rub and buff looks at the bottom of this decorative piece. The gold Rub and Buff is not shiny, it's dull, so it looks much classier than it would be if it was a bright coat of gold. I wiped this Rub and Buff all over the surface of the exposed wood on the bottom. Once everything had been covered, I let the Rub and Buff dry for about 10 to 15 minutes. It doesn't take very long to dry, it's more like a wax. So once it was dry, I simply just removed that blue painter's tape to reveal a sharp, crisp line. And look at our gorgeous marble tray or dish, whatever you want to call it. Now, look at how classy that looks. I love the color combination of the grays and the whites on the top and the gold on the bottom. The veining on this marble piece is so stunning. And like I said, it's really heavy, so it's going to be a great base to add other items to the top. A marble dish like this can look high-end and expensive for several reasons. The first is that marble is a premium material. It's expensive, therefore it's associated with luxury. Another thing is, of course, the variations in the veining. Each piece is distinct, giving it a one-of-a-kind artisanal appearance that mimics custom craftsmanship. Marble definitely is timeless. It does not go out of style, especially the classic Carrara marble, and that's why it's in the luxury interiors. And marble goes with almost every design aesthetic. It looks great in traditional homes, transitional homes, contemporary homes. It looks good in all of them. And of course, you can style this piece in so many different ways. We're gonna start with the obvious, and that's just to add a candle to the center of our tray. You guys, this is another tip that I'm gonna share with you. This is an Anthropologie Volupsa candle. I love these candles. They smell so good. This is the Rose Auto. I purchased this at my Anthropologie here at Disney Springs the other day. They have a little clearance section. This was on sale, and then it was 50% off that. So it came out to be $18 for this gorgeous candle, and it smells so good. The reason why it is on sale is because it did not have a lid on it, which I don't really care. I don't want the lid anyways because we're gonna be burning this candle. So you can definitely take advantage of the clearance aisle. I'm telling you, you can find some high-end pieces in there for great prices. So the candle is number one. The next thing that you can put on a tray like this is a floral arrangement. You could get a small floral arrangement and place that in the center. You could use it as a jewelry or vanity organizer. This would look so pretty in a bathroom with your perfume bottles on it or jewelry, watches. You could add more than one candle to this tray and put it in the center of a dining table, or you could even put it on a desk in an office to corral all of your office supplies and make them look organized with a touch of class. These options allow you to style a marble dish or tray to suit different rooms, aesthetics, and purposes, all while maximizing its expensive looking appeal on a budget. It is Ken's birthday, so we are throwing a little family birthday party outside, and we need to be able to plug in some crock pots so we can have a delicious birthday spread. I'm going to be powering the entire party with this Bluetti Elite 100 V2, the ultimate portable power station for RV camping, off-grid fun, and celebrations like this. With Amazon Prime Day, we've got some special discounts and deals for you that you are going to want to take advantage of. But first, let me show you how awesome this Elite 100 V2 is. This battery is only 25 pounds. I can easily transport it. It's 28% lighter and 35.4% smaller than the AC100. This battery pumps out 1,800 watts with a 3,600 watt peak and has 11 low voltage and 9 high voltage ports. That way I can power up all the items that I need for my party. Now, I thought that it was going to take me a long time to charge this battery up. They typically do. So I actually plugged it in last night so it would be ready for the party today. But you guys, this battery was fully charged in under 2 hours. It's got a 1200 watt AC charging and it hits 80% in just 45 minutes. If you're on the road to a campsite, the Bluetti Charger 1 makes car charging 6 times faster, fully juiced in under 2 hours. It also supports 1000 watts of solar input for eco-friendly powering in about 70 minutes. And this battery is whisper quiet. The 10 ms UPS switch is perfect for emergencies, keeping essentials running. The Lifey P04 battery lasts over 4,000 cycles. The Bluetti app adds low battery alerts, full charge notifications, and custom charging modes so I can manage it while hosting. For Ken's birthday party today, we are going to set up 3 crock pots. One has pulled pork, one has baked beans, the other one has chicken wings, and because we're in Florida, it's gonna get toasty, so we can also plug in a fan. I have all these items working so we can have the party that we want. This battery is also perfect for off-grid adventures. If you are going camping or if you have an RV, this battery is going to be perfect for you. It's going to keep all of your essentials charged while you're enjoying the outdoors. So from birthday parties to getaways to emergencies, this battery has got you covered. If you're looking to power up your next party or adventure, then this Bluetti Elite 100 V2 is for you. Amazon Prime Day is the perfect opportunity to get yourself one of these. They've got some fantastic sales going on until July 11th. I will leave a link in my description box to this battery so you can head on over to either Amazon or the website, check out this battery for yourself, and definitely take advantage of the deep Prime Day discounts. If you're having a party like we are for Ken and you want a unique, fun alternative to just plain ice cubes, then I've got a fantastic idea for you. All you need is select whichever fruit you want. I'm choosing lemons and cuties. And then you're also going to need a regular old muffin tin. So now that I've got all the items I need, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cut my lemon and my cutie into individual slices. I want mine to be shaped into rounds, so lemons and cuties are the perfect selection. I cut them into little discs. These little segments will be able to fit inside the muffin tin. I just needed 1 cutie and 1 lemon to get 12 fruit rounds. I placed the lemon slices in each one of the muffin tins. They fit in there perfectly. And then I placed my slices of cuties in the remaining 6 slots. I got a pitcher of water and I filled the muffin tins about 3/4 of the way with water. You don't need to fill it up all the way to the top because we don't want it to overflow. As you add the water to the muffin tin, the fruit will begin to float. That's not a problem. Once the 12 muffin tins had been filled with water, I put them in the freezer and let them freeze overnight. While our free ice cubes are freezing, we're gonna move on to one that does require you to buy a little silicone ice mold. While I was at Home Goods the other day, I found this spherical ice mold and it was only $6.99. To coordinate with this spherical and fruit theme that we're going for, I'm going to be using some grapes. I got some green grapes and some purple grapes. I washed them thoroughly, and then I began to add them to the mold. I made sure that the color of the grapes were intermixed. I added about 5 grapes to the molds. Once all my grapes were in place, I can replace the top part of the silicone mold. I made sure it was secured in place. We don't want any water dripping out the sides. Then I got my pitcher of water and I slowly poured it into the hole at the top of the silicone mold. I filled it all the way to the top, and yes, it did overflow, but that was not a big deal. I could clean it up easily because it was water. I am using water, however, you could substitute it for any kind of specialty drink you wanted. You could use soda or juice. Any of those will work fantastic. I'm using water because I want you guys to be able to see the fruit clearly. Now, once this was filled to the top, I put it in the freezer and I let it freeze overnight. If you like affordable home decor DIYs, thrift flips, dupes, interior design ideas, room transformations, then you have come to the right place. I post new weekly videos and I would love to have you subscribe so you can join in on all the weekly home decor fun. Our ice cubes have had a chance to freeze overnight, and I bet you're wondering, how am I going to get these ice cubes out of the muffin tin? Well, I've just been letting them sit out on the counter for about 10 or 15 minutes, and they've started to melt just a little bit, so I can just pop them out. They just come right out just like this. I just put a little bit of pressure on one side of the ice cube and they just come right out. If you wanted to do it quicker, you could probably put some hot water underneath the muffin tin and that would melt the ice a little bit faster. But I mean, look at how easy these come out and look at how cute they are. So we've got our lemons that just popped right out. Look at that, you guys, no big deal. So don't worry about, oh my goodness, how am I gonna get these ice cubes out like a piece of cake? Just let them thaw, a couple of minutes, and they're gonna pop out. I only did one muffin tin filled with these lemon and cutie slices, but you could do multiple muffin tins full of these ice cubes if you wanted to get more. All right, now that we've taken all of these ice cubes out, let's move on to our spherical grapes. So I'm just going to take the top off of these and they just pop right out. You guys, look at this. Look at how cute that is. Oh boy, that's absolutely adorable. Look at those little grapes suspended in the ice. How fun. So not only are these adorable, but they're actually going to infuse our water with a little bit of flavor. I've got this adorable pineapple drink dispenser. I purchased this at Michael's a couple of years ago, and it goes perfectly with our little citrus theme. So I'm going to add these adorable little ice cubes to our drink dispenser. And then I'm also going to add a couple to these glasses up here in the front. And yes, my hands are clean, and the only people that are going to be drinking this right now is my family, so it's gonna be just fine. All right, so we've got our ice in our drink dispenser, and now we can take our little spherical grape ice cubes and place them in this goblet. Because these look a little fancier, don't they? And aren't frozen grapes like all the rage right now? Everybody loves eating frozen grapes. So it looks beautiful in our cup, but you actually get a trendy snack to go along with it. Another thing that is perfect about ice cubes like this is that they are completely customizable. You could add strawberries or raspberries, blueberries, whichever fruit you wanted to your ice cubes to coordinate with whatever theme your party is. And of course, they are so affordable. If you did not want to buy a silicone mold, you can definitely just use those muffin tins. You could even use the mini muffin tins for smaller ice cubes, and that would be so cute. Customizing your ice cubes offer a budget-friendly way to elevate the party without much effort. Now let's move on to one of my favorite interior design tips, and that is to create a gallery wall in your room. I created a gallery in my office up against the couch on the opposite wall. What I did was I purchased some frames at Walmart. They were so affordable. And then I got some prints of family photos and I had them printed off at Walgreens and I got 50% off. And then I added the photos to the frame. And then I hung them up inside of some boxed moldings that again were so affordable and easy to create. I love the visual impact that it has in this room. I needed something large and substantial and equally as impressive as our wallpaper on the opposite side of the room, and this gallery wall definitely fits that bill. I have another gallery wall in the bathroom downstairs. I created this gallery wall pretty much the same way as I did in the office. However, these frames are thinner, and instead of doing family photos, I used some floral prints from my website. Once again, this was so easy and affordable to create. Now, gallery walls look very impressive for several different reasons. One is that it takes up the majority of a wall. So if you're like, what am I going to do with this giant blank wall? Get some frames and fill them with some of your favorite photos that coordinate together, either color-wise or theme-wise, and hang them up on a wall. A thoughtfully arranged gallery wall mimics the look of high-end interior design, giving the impression of a custom art collector vibe without requiring costly frames or artwork. You can look for frames online or in the store. You could also head to your thrift store. I have found some amazing frames at the thrift store, and they are typically just a couple of dollars a piece. Another thing that I love about gallery walls is that you can customize them to the size of your wall. I have 6 photos in here and 6 photos in the bathroom downstairs. However, if you had a smaller wall, you could do 2, 4. If you had a larger wall, you could do more, 8 or 10, whatever fits your specific space. And unlike trendy decor that comes in and out of style, a gallery wall is timeless and classic. You can always change the prints inside, but the idea of symmetry gives your space a classic feel. A gallery wall is an impactful way to achieve a luxurious look on a budget. We did a lot of free and cheap DIY design ideas and interior design hacks today that I know can help you achieve a high-end look in your home. You can purchase budget-friendly items online. You can purchase things in the clearance section. You can customize a party by using a muffin tin. And if you want to go the extra mile, you can create a stunning gallery wall. All these ideas will fit in with any budget, which proves that you can live beautifully and you can do it affordably. So here's a question to you. Do you have any free or cheap interior design ideas, home decor ideas, or party ideas that you use on a regular basis? Well, I would love to know, but I'm sure everybody in the comments section would love to see the frugal ways that people incorporate beauty into their home on a budget. Next week, we are doing some Mackenzie Childs dupes. So make sure you're subscribed so you won't miss out on that fun video. Well, I hope you guys got some inspiration or some ideas today. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you so much for watching.